Hey Blades fans, welcome back to Hertz Arena and another Florida Everblades pregame show. I'm Hannah Jo Groves here with Jake Maurice. Jake, our Blades are on a season-high 5-game win streak. What's been going well for them lately?
Well, in the series against Indy last week, their offense was rolling really as good as we've seen it in consecutive games this year with 13 goals in those two games. And then in the last one, Indy came back with a lot better pressure, but Florida still handled it well, still got better opportunities overall. And when they got into a shootout, Alex Kyle with a beautiful move for the winner.
Taking it right up the middle, over towards the left, back into the middle, over to the backhand, and he scores on the same move. A beauty of a finish for Alex Kyle, and the Florida Everblades sweep the Indy Fuel, finishing off the series with a 3-2 shootout victory.
Just overall throughout the 5 games, I think it's just the synergy between the offensive and defensive games has been at its peak from this season. Not against the strongest opponents in the world, but still, you play whoever's on your schedule, and the Blades have played their last 5 games quite well.
So speaking of that success, Camille Frick got to talk to Jordan Sandbrook and Kyle Betts. Let's take a look.
I think we're building. There's still lots of improvement to be made, but I think we're taking strides the right direction, and obviously anytime you can string 5 in a row, it's a good sign, so we want to keep building. We got a good team coming in here at Tahoe. I think we got to keep playing the same way, keep being strong defensively. When we're playing well defensively, I think it kind of feeds our offense, so I think that's going to be a key for us this week. I think for me personally, it's been about the penalty kill. We've been trying to kind of dial that in recently. We've had a few tough games, but I think this weekend we had some better ones. And for me personally, I think I take a lot of responsibility for that, so that's kind of been my focus.
Yeah, we're playing really well. Obviously, we love to win, and that's our goal every game. And we come in with the mindset every game that we're going to win the game. So I think we're doing that really well. And obviously, we got a good test coming up this week, and should be some good games. I just think a little bit of everything, using the fans to our advantage. Our home crowd, obviously, they're great every night, and just being at home, we love playing at home, and I think just doing our best to keep the winning streak going and doing everything that we can to play a full 60 minutes every night. I just think a little bit of everything, obviously on game days, getting ready for the game and making sure I'm dialed in mentally and physically. And on the off days, we've been playing a lot of hockey recently, obviously, and making sure I'm getting recovered well and taking care of my body, on the off days to make sure I'm ready to go on game days.
Thanks, Camille. So, Jake, tonight is a historic night because we are playing a team we've never played before, the Tahoe Knight Monsters, and they're a brand new team this year. So what can Blades fans expect from them?
Well, they actually play a pretty similar brand of hockey to the Savannah Ghost Pirates. They have Savannah's interim coach from last year, Alex Lowe, is their head coach, and he's been around the league. So it's a veteran coach behind their bench. It's a team that has a number of guys that played in Savannah last year, and they've brought that style of game, and it's working really well for them. Right now, they're tied for second in the Mountain Division. They're in a tight playoff race, but looking pretty good for it right now. And overall, looking at their team, there's just a lot of offensive talent that the Blades need to be ready for. This is the strongest offense in the ECHL against the league's best defense, so it's going to set up for some fun hockey.
One of those guys contributing to that offense is Sloan Stanek. He's a rookie. He's got 32 assists, 53 points. He leads his team. What do the Blades need to do to pay attention to him specifically?
Well, he leads more than his team. He leads the league in rookie scoring, and he's 4th overall in the ECHL.
Crazy.
He's just been nuts this year.
Yeah.
And when you're honing in on a guy like that who's just so consistent, he's probably, I would say, the best player individually the Blades have seen on the other side of the ice. You just always need to be aware of when he's out there, and it more so, in my mind, goes to the coaching staff in terms of matching up. Blades have last change with this being a home ice series, so they can dictate who they want on the ice whenever he's out there, both forwards and defensively. With the guys on the blue line, you need to make sure that you're matching up your best defensive group against his line so that you can mitigate their effectiveness as much as possible. And of course, some of it at some point in this series is going to fall on Cam Johnson to make a big save.
And we've been known to.
He's been known to do that.
He can do that. All right. Okay. So going up against a pretty formidable opponent here, we've got some guys back, some familiar faces. Can you tell us who we are seeing tonight that we haven't seen in a bit?
Yeah, a good bit of reinforcements tonight. Logan Lambden, Andrew Fighton, Cade Landry, all back in the Blades lineup this evening after missing time with injury. So perfect time for them to come in against a Tahoe team that's actually lost their last 2 games. Back-to-back matchup against the Wichita Thunder this past weekend, including a wild 9-7 loss. So
Goodness.
It's a team that's trying to get themselves reset, and as I mentioned, their Mountain Division playoff race is very tight. They can't afford to lose any more ground like they did to Wichita this past weekend. So it's going to be a team that's very motivated coming into tonight's matchup against a team that's the hottest, one of the hottest in the ECHL.
All right, but some new people coming in fresh, ready to get the win. Okay, so Jake, Direct effect marketing, 3 keys of the game. What do we got?
Well, just like when you're playing the Ghost Pirates, you got to defend the rush. This team is coached and plays a similar brand of hockey, and that means you've got to be ready for when they try and move up the ice with speed. Second off, you got to drive the net. That worked well for Florida on Saturday, and that win, Carson Kasevich's goal that gave the Blades the lead in the third period, came off just going to the net and getting the second opportunity. You want to see more of that tonight. And then finally, discipline, very important. Tahoe takes the least amount of penalties of any team in the ECHL. They don't end up in the box a whole lot, and you don't want to end up on the wrong side of a special teams game just because you kept taking trips to the penalty box while your opponent stayed out of it.
Right, especially with a powerful offense like that. You do not need that. All right, Blades fans, next up is warm-ups and then the Tahoe Knight Monsters versus your Florida Everblades. We'll see you soon.